Truly, truly Kenya, Kenya, yeah.
Welcome to the Truly Kenya Podcast, where we talk about everything, like nothing is off the table. We are talking about everything: relationships, sex, business, some mental health. I wouldn't say mental health because I just screw everything up. So forget the mental health part. But we're definitely talking about sex and relationships. So I'm glad you're here, and let's get to it. Okay, so now is the moment I've been waiting for. We have been talking about for the last couple of weeks. You guys know I wanted to interview Chelsea Holmes. Chelsea Holmes is really the only matchmaker in the only prison matchmaker in the country, period. Okay, so if you like inmates, this is where you need to go. Okay, because she has a smorgasbord of beauties on that Instagram. Chelsea has a show on Discovery Plus. You can also see it on Amazon. And at the end of January, you will also be able to see Prisoner of Love on Discovery ID. So I'm so excited to finally welcome her. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I've thought about you a lot for the last couple of days because first of all, I was like, what is this person going to look like? Okay. You could really date anybody you wanted to. So it's not like you have to date inmates. Okay. You're a pretty lady in your festive red and pretty eyes. Okay.
Preference.
Yes.
Preference.
So,
like the convict.
yeah. So it was really interesting. So did you come from a middle-class family?
I did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you started in college. Your professor encouraged you to expand your circle, right?
Yes.
And by hearing that made you think, oh, I'm going to start to write to death row inmates. How do you?
I was thinking of something. Yeah, just something out of the box.
What were your parents? Is your mother Sue's? Is that your mother's?
Yes, that's my mother. Bless her.
I love her too.
She questions my life choices.
So how was she when you said, Mom, I'm going to start writing death row inmates?
I didn't tell her until she was at my house and she saw my mail on the table and she saw it came from a federal prison. And then she was like, huh, what's she doing?
Yeah.
And then I had to confess.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you start with that. Did that develop into anything that particular, or was it just strictly platonic?
Strictly platonic friendship. From there, I kind of got interested in like wrongful conviction.
Yeah.
And helping people. So then I started working for this group out of California called the Last Chance Project.
Okay.
And they work wrongful convictions. And from there, it was just contacts like at all these different prisons and people saying, hey, can you find my cellmate a pen pal? Can you find me a pen pal? And then it develops into this matchmaking business.
Yeah, but you took it. You said that you are prison famous, which I hope you have on a T-shirt because I think that's super cool, actually.
I need it.
You do.
Prison
famous. Now, what made you say, like, wait a minute, I think I can really turn this into a business? And I don't know if you set out to do that, if you just set out to be helpful with the Instagram page.
I started it. So there's all these like pen pal groups on Facebook. And so this was back in the day. And so I'm like posting these guys' pictures and like little bios that they wrote about them. And then they were like, oh, like, I got a new pen pal. Thanks so much. That type of thing. Well, now they have the ability to do videos from prison.
Oh.
And you'll see on my page, like some of them are actual videos and some are just pictures. So the ones that have the video capability were sending me videos.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm just going to try it on social media and see what everybody thinks. And I randomly chose to put it on TikTok. And this one guy who's just like this nerdy little guy out in Idaho who's locked up for drug possession or something like that. Posted him. He woke up to 1,000 women.
You're kidding.
He was terrified. Now, this is a man who had nobody writing to him for, the 3 years that he'd been incarcerated, to now 1,000 women want to talk to him.
Oh
and he's like, I don't know what you did, but stop. He's like, I can't handle this. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, you got kind of TikTok famous on your little video. And from there, I just kind of developed into making these videos for the guys and matching, because they always want to tell me what their type is.
Right. Are they real picky? Or are they more like, I'll take what I can get?
Some of them are, I'll take what I can get. But those are the ones that end up to be like the ones you don't want to be anything other than a pen pal. Like they're looking for somebody to use.
Oh, got it.
If they say, I don't have a type, you a lie. Everybody has a type.
Right. I think everybody has a type. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So your current, I don't know if he's current, but Manuel?
Okay. So I started with Manuel.
Okay. Is he the one with the beard?
No, that's Michael.
Okay, let me tell you something about Michael with his fine ass.
I got a lot to say about Michael.
Michael is fine. I had to look again like, okay, Chelsea is keeping the good ones to herself. Now, wait, let me just say, on her Instagram page, there are a lot of cute guys on the page. Mm-hmm. But that, Michael, okay, I mean, man. Okay.
Yeah.
I understood it when I saw it.
That's why when he sent me his video, I was like, oh, okay now, okay.
I know.
Okay. And I was like, I'm going to find you somebody. But then he kept calling me.
Yes.
And he was like calling all the time and sending me messages and sending me personalized videos.
Wait. He was calling you all the time? Oh, there's a guy that is not in prison right now that I am somewhat dealing with. He is not calling all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're done with that. Okay, we just ended that relationship. Me and you, we just ended that relationship I'm having.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
There you go.
Calling all the time.
It's amazing how when they're in prison and they have all this time and they want to devote it to just you. Girl, let's talk about it. Like, tell me what
Wow.
Have these deep conversations. And that's how Michael and I kind of like evolved.
Yes.
Into just being friends. And then, okay, now we're more than friends, to now I hate his guts.
Oh, okay. So now I was wondering, would he be maybe a playboy? I don't know what ended or why, but I was wondering, would he be kind of all over the place? And how would you find out?
Well, okay. So he's in Ohio. I'm here in Florida.
Okay.
And so I'm flying back and forth because he can't leave the state because he's on probation.
Okay. Oh, so he's out.
And then, yeah, he's out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So then he says, I want to help you with the business. And I thought, you know what? An inmate's perspective, that's what I need. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm going to let him go live on my TikTok and answer all these questions for these women that have questions, because they all got a lot of questions. And he turned it into the Michael show, where he's like, oh, I'm just lightweight taken and flirting with all these women. And I'm like, this fool is on my business page.
Flirting.
Hitting up women. Like, who does that? And so I was kind of like, I was a little salty.
Right. I don't blame you.
And I told him, I was like, no more. You're done there.
Right.
You're good.
Okay. So so how long was that breakup? How long ago was that?
It was over a year.
Okay. So I guess my question is, what do you find, why women or anyone out of prison, why go the inmate route? Like my question is, do you find women have been cheated on by like guys just out or hurt or what? How do you get to the inmate? Like, you know what?
All of the above. Really. I mean, it's like a mix of everything. I was a serial dater. Like, I would go out with a guy a few times, and then he'd be mean to the server at the restaurant. And I'd be like, I'm done with you. You don't talk to people. It's like little things I would find wrong and reasons to not continue to date them. Whereas when they're incarcerated, you've got all this time. You get emails all day long from them, calls 2 or 3 times a night, video visits. You can go visit them in person, things like that. And so you're building this relationship mentally,
Yes.
right? Because you're not physically doing anything, and we're all quick to jump in the bed with someone
Yes.
when they're physically with us.
Yes.
So you're building this mental relationship first. Then it rolls into the physical. And it's a beautiful thing. Now I'm still friends with Michael. I'm cool with him.
Yes.
I just don't want to be his girlfriend.
Did you
Like, I'm
replace
good
him?
with that.
Has Michael been replaced?
Michael has been replaced. Yes, he has.
So
Yes,
what's
he
your like? Do
has.
you think one day you'll end up married to like is that the end game? Like, do you want the? Well, Michael got out, so do you want to like end up married, or is this like Mr. Right for right now, or?
I'm really content with being alone. Is that weird? Because I feel like it's not. Like, I like
Yeah.
running my stuff the way I like to. I don't like having to answer to people,
Yes, I get it.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay if I'm alone the rest of my life, but I'm
Yes.
also okay if I'm in a relationship. So this guy I'm with now, he's incarcerated.
Yes.
He's in Arizona, and he's trying to transfer prisons to come to this side of the United States to be closer.
Yes. Oh, thoughtful.
And I could see him doing well with me on the outside. You know, like you can picture something.
Do
So,
they
I mean,
get their
that's
families involved, like to meet you? Like, are you at Thanksgiving dinner and people's birthday parties and all that? Oh, you really get
Yeah.
invested.
With some of them, like I was really invested with Michael's family. I'm still really close to his sister. His sister and I are really good friends. And I got close with his mom and his other siblings. And this guy I'm with now, like I talk to his mother every night. She calls me.
Really?
So.
Oh, so this is like a real like thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how
It's
much?
different.
Okay, so you start dating. This one, sounds serious. I am newly divorced. How much does it cost for me to invest, or if I decided to date an inmate, like how much will I have to add him to my budget? Because what is that in my budget? Like
it can get pricey, but you like with me, I know exactly like what I'm spending. So it's like $20 on calls a week.
Oh, okay.
Because he has to call me,
Yes.
and he has to pay for it. So
Right.
somebody has to. I'm the only one really employed.
Yes.
So it makes sense for me to do it.
Yes.
It pays for them to send messages to you.
Oh.
I don't pay for that though. That's like, you want to write me a message? You got some stamps.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. And then what about the store?
Maybe like 100, 200 a month. Now,
Oh,
okay.
that's all?
I ain't buying nobody's store. Like,
you do have boundaries, Chelsea? Are there boundaries?
I got a lot of boundaries. You got a mama.
I got the phone calls.
Right? I get the phone calls.
Yes.
I might slide you a little money here and there for
Yes.
some new music to put on your player, but no, I'm not buying store.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And the ones that jump into it and they immediately ask these like pen pals on the outside, hey, do you mind buying my food package? Or do you want to put some money? I need to buy some food.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
Right.
I wouldn't ask some random person on the street, will you buy me a burrito?
So that
why
may
would you?
be a red flag.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mhm.
So have you matched any couples that have actually gotten married?
I have.
You
Yes,
have?
I have. I have. They just got married back in the 1st of October.
Oh.
And they're precious. They're like the cutest couple.
Oh
They're
my
so
goodness.
cute. I know. I have really high hopes for
Yes.
babies and big futures and stuff.
So do you have women? I did see a woman or two. Didn't I see a woman or
do.
two? Okay. But mostly it was men. Is that just because that's kind of where your sweet spot is?
I'm cool to post anybody,
Yes.
and I'll match anybody. Now I have a lot of women right now that I'm waiting to to post up. They're just in line. I haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay.
All federal. They're all federal women. The women are always in for the same thing. It's like drugs and transporting drugs.
Oh,
across
nonviolence,
lines
right? Is that a nonviolent?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see
Mhm.
that. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I'm not real big on matching. Like, I don't want to match anybody that's got crimes like against women or kids.
Oh, good.
domestic or sexual. Like I'm not going to deal with that.
Yes. Oh,
As
okay.
far as matching, if you're in for a violent crime and you want a pen pal, that's one thing. I'll
Right.
post you for a pen pal, but I'm not
So
going to
are
match
you
you with
able to see
somebody.
their record? Or
I pull them.
oh, you can pull the record. Okay, so you know
Yeah.
exactly pretty much what you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay, and you have girls? Do you have children?
I have two children. Yes, a girl and a boy. He's grown. He's 22 and she's 13.
Okay, so how do they feel about mommy and the inmate?
They know I'm gonna do whatever I want to do anyway. So, and my daughter's always like, I'll hear like tell my son or my mom and be like, this one's not gonna last. She'll be bored with him anyway. And I'm like, okay, watch it. What are you talking about? I feel like you know me.
But now it's been how many years since you like your first inmate date or relationship to now? How many years has it been?
6 years.
So this is maybe a lifestyle choice for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were at the
And
market,
there's a lot of them too. There's a lot of women out there who specifically date men incarcerated.
okay,
But they don't want an outside future. They just want to date them while they're locked up, which is weird to me. I'm going off the person.
you know what? I
Not,
wonder is that because they were really cheated on or treated so badly? So you get this false sense of security, like if he's in jail, he's not cheating on me. I don't have to worry with him down the street at, Margie's house or whatever. I wonder if that provides some level of comfort.
But these guys, let me tell you, okay, so you can pull, in most states, it's like public records, where you can pull like their phone logs and their visitation list.
Look at Chelsea educating us.
Look, these men in prison just as scandalous as they are on the street. Some of them.
Yes.
So there's these really bad ones that have 3 or 4 women that they're playing. And then there's these really good ones that have nobody and they just want to be loved. So.
But what happens? I mean, you get so close. So you are in this super intense mental relationship. Mm-hmm. At some point, the physical has to come to play. I mean, at some point, I'm sure. And I know when we go visit people, things should not be happening. Everybody needs to be keeping their hands to themselves. And
it happens.
You know what I mean? But like, what is the real, like you have to be real connected. But I guess if you were dating someone in the service and they go away, you're not getting the physical connection or whatever. But
you connect on some phone calls, some pretty risque phone calls with your people incarcerated.
Oh, so that's, oh, okay. Yes. In fact, okay. I see that. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're doing some phone connection. Okay. Let me ask you this. If you were at the market, you met a regular guy, he is, maybe nice looking, kind of interested in you, would you give him a chance?
I probably, yeah. I mean, I do date still randomly on the outside.
You do?
But they gotta be my time. I do. Yeah.
Do you tell the new boyfriend I am randomly dating?
No, not since something.
Well, he can't check your phone logs.
Let me put that out there. No, but I mean, like if I'm not in a relationship with somebody and a guy, I see him at the supermarket and he's hitting on me and he's my type.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, here's my number.
Right.
And call me.
Oh, so Chelsea is not a cheater. When she is in a relationship, she is not randomly dating, okay? This is only when she is outside of these relationships, right?
Thank you. Yeah, correct, yeah.
Wow. What a life, Chelsea. I really thought you were going to be batshit crazy, and you're not.
I'm super normal.
You are normal.
A lot of people think I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm just normal. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
I can be crazy.
So
I can be crazy.
So I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I know that with these inmates, you charge them to help them out to find love or pen pals. But my question to you is, after watching so much Love After Lockup, another show on another station, the people on the outside send tens of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to the people on the inside. Wait, the people on the outside send it to the people on the inside. They're inmate. Why not? Why wouldn't you charge them? I think you need to make that Instagram private. And for all of us on the outside that want access to what you have, you should be charging us. Seriously.
Now, see, but I do charge them.
Okay.
So you can go on all my social media, and these guys are just looking for pen pals.
Yeah.
Everybody that's posted on all my sites
Yes.
wants a pen pal. Some of them want love, but I don't be,
Yes.
hashtagging nothing about love on those. The people that want to be matched, I make them fill out a questionnaire.
Okay.
Like
The
what's their
people like
type.
us on the outside of the prison?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then the people on the inside that are looking to be matched, I do the same thing. So then I'll send the person on the outside. So they paid me. They paid me $25.
Yes.
And then I send them matches.
Well,
So
wait. How much is the person on the outside paying?
They're paying $25.
No. Chelsea, they need to be paying more. Listen, I watch some of these prison shows. They be sending a shit ton of money to these people. They should be paying at least $100. Sometimes people don't like the sound of 100. $99.99. They got it. I'm telling you. 25 is too low for the people on the outside. Just think about it. Seriously. I'm just saying.
My mom did say something. My mom's like, how are you charging the prisoners more than you're charging the people on the outside?
So I do. The people on the outside, we need to up that. You need to really, you need to think about that in that pretty red shirt or dress you got. Prices are going up. It's a new year, 2022. Get in now, because 2022.
$99.95.
$99.95. Yes, for a good time, because then they have access to kind of everyone. Is that correct?
So what I do is I email them every week. I send them 3 matches, and I'm like, what do you think about these 3? And a lot of times they're like, oh, that first one's not my type.
Yeah.
The second one's cute. I'll write him. And then I'm like, reach out, do a few messages, tell me your thoughts.
Oh, see, okay.
Sometimes,
yes.
Sometimes I have to send them multiple people, but sometimes I get it right, just like that first email.
Yeah,
So.
no. See, you're doing a lot. Okay, this is a real service you're providing. I didn't know about that. I just thought they had to look at the thing and find one. But you're like taking time to literally try to match them and send them options weekly or bi-weekly or whatever. Yeah, the price has to go up. That is time. You're never going to get that time back. And most of the time, the ones on the outside are crazier than the ones on the inside. No, the price has to go up. It has to go up.
I'm on it. 2022, new prices.
New prices, new year. Yeah, new love. We got an influx.
That's right.
We got an influx. Yes. So I am so excited. So the new season, because it's a new season, will be on Discovery ID.
Well, we won't know if there's a new season yet. So they're going to show, because it came out on Discovery Plus.
Yes.
And now they're rolling it over to Discovery ID.
Yes.
To gauge what people think.
Okay.
And then go from there. So hopefully season 2.
But I think the response to it was, I thought the response was good. I think you have a good,
I had a few people come
shot.
at me crazy.
What?
That said I was horrible for trying to help inmates.
Oh, no, I don't think that. Have you had any really a bad episode, like something bad or unfortunate did happen?
No.
Like with any of your matches? Yeah.
Nope.
No, I don't think that. I think everybody needs time and attention or love. So I think that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I were to do it, I would choose somebody that would never, ever get out. So I'd probably be writing to a death row inmate. But wait, they don't ever have phones. Do they have phones?
Mm-hmm, they do.
Even the death row?
Death row does not. But you don't want death row. That means they're about to be out, like taken out. Eventually, you want like a lifer. And that's what I told my mom. I said, maybe I need to date a lifer. That way I don't have to worry. I just go visit, hang out. He can make me cute cards, some artwork.
No, I think that it may be like this. She is way too needy. I mean, does she realize I am in jail? I cannot be calling and texting and video chatting. But on the video chat, you can really see them, right? on your video chats?
Yeah. Just like this.
Really?
I know. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even know how happy you've made me. See, so I'm going to have to add this to my list
Thanks.
of real options that if
Yes,
this
absolutely.
dating on the outside doesn't work for me, I may
I got
pay
your
my,
backup
paying my
plan.
$99.95
I'll give
for
you a
my
discount. I'll give you a discount
my
since it was your
options,
idea.
my weekly options. So,
Yeah.
Chelsea, thank you so much. Let me know. I'm
Thanks
going to
for
watch. You
having
don't have to
me.
let me know. I'm going to watch to see if the show is picked up, and then I'm going to post about it, or we're going to talk about it so people can watch, because I think it's really interesting, and I enjoyed you. I think I really like
Thank
you.
you.
I really like
I
you.
had fun.
Yes. Oh,
Thanks so
thank you
much.
so much for your time. So
Thank
we
you.
all are going to be watching for Prisoner of Love. And, maybe that's something for some of you. I get so many DMs and stuff about how hard it is for you to date. So maybe this is really an option for some people. It's worked for Chelsea. She's been doing it for 6 years, and now she thinks she's really found the one, right?
Potentially. We'll
Potentially.
see. I'll keep you posted.
She has potentially found the one. So, with that, we're going to say thank you so much, Chelsea, for your time. I really
Thanks
appreciate
for
you.
having me. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Thanks. Take care.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was fantastic. We really have some options, y'all. Now, I think I'm ready to. I have some cards here, but I don't think I want to do them. I think I'm ready to move into the questions, which really are. Hold up. Debra. I have not dealt with Debra. Okay, so whoever Debra is sent me this DM, and let me tell you like some of her points that Debra had brought up when it came to me. She said she doesn't appreciate my views on marriage and how I talk about marriage. So my feelings about marriage, she was really disturbed by the whole marriage thing. I believe in marriage. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I really, really, really believe in marriage. I am just saying, when I'm speaking about marriage in terms of where I am today, tomorrow, and forever, I don't ever plan on getting married again. It doesn't mean I hate marriage. It just means where I am in life, I don't feel a need for it, and I would never get married again. So with that, if I were dating somebody seriously, like if I was seriously in love and the marriage thing was important to them, and maybe if they said they were going to dump me or leave me, maybe I would. But before you guys be trying to play those cards, like if you don't do this, then I'm going to leave or whatever, you need to really make sure the person is into you, because you may get a surprise and be like, I understand. And then you end up single when you didn't want to be single. So be careful about making these ultimatums. But if there were a person I really cared about, maybe I would rethink it. But where I sit today in this podcast studio, I will never, ever, ever get married again. So, okay, so she had a problem with that. She loves my hair, which I just got done again. She loves my hair. By the way, these locks to take out are a bitch. And I did it again because I usually do them twice, but I would not do it again. It's just going to be straight and curly next time. But anyways, she likes my hair and she does not appreciate my Instagram pictures. She says I show too much skin. So I don't know if I think I show too much skin. What I do think is if I didn't have these 2 kids, I would show more skin. So, Debra, you better count your blessings. Let's see. What else did Debra have to say to me this morning? Early. She must have woke up early. She thinks I'm going to end up with someone worse than the ex. I don't think it's possible. That is the last thing I'm worried about. That is the last thing I'm worried about, is ending up with someone worse than my ex. So those were the things that Debra really had problems with me about. She had about 3 others that I just was not that important to me. But Debra woke up really early and this DM was super long. Like she had point by point by point. It was just too much to read, so I didn't read it all. I just took the captions. But Debra, I took this time to address you, so I hope you appreciate it. I hope that you are listening to the podcast. And I hope you are getting to know me better. Do I overshare? Oh, that was one of her things too. She thinks I overshare. I think you're right about that. But I don't think I will always overshare. I think it's just the progression of where I'm at. But yeah, I think you're right. I think I do overshare. But I also think Debra is one of my biggest fans. And what I would say to Debra is divorce is new to me. Okay? So I haven't even been going through this for a year. So I think that clearly there will be some things I do right and some mistakes. But I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that. And I would just say to Debra or Fat Charlie, if you could just give me a little grace to figure it out, whatever it's going to be for me, just to figure it out. Like, if you could just back the fuck up, I would really, really appreciate it. Like, I don't know. Like, I was with somebody for 23 years. So when I talk about dating, it's because I'm surrounded by people that date a lot, or people that gave me advice about dating, or people that had horror stories about dating. I don't mind sharing about dating. Like I always say, if it's someone like special to me, you won't hear about it. I would never put someone or my business out like that as you're trying to get to know somebody and be with somebody. But Debra, you said you were a Christian somewhere in that. So can you show me a little grace to get this figured out? Trust me. At the end, everybody is going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. My kids are going to be okay. My ex is going to be okay. It's all going to be fine. It is just a process of everybody trying to figure out how we all going to get through it. And, we aren't friendly, so I'm figuring out, I don't care how he going to get through it. I'm figuring out how me and my kids are going to get through it. So I did all that, Debra, just for you. So you better fucking appreciate it. Okay? I won't be doing that again. So with that, my favorite part of the show are these questions. So, every week I have someone send me questions that I don't know because I really want to try to answer them on the cuff. But I guess Debra thinks I should not be answering them on the cuff. I need to be thinking about them, and I shouldn't be doing this. But here we go. Okay. Let me see. Wait, let me just see. Oh, she sent a lot. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we may not get through all of these, but I'm going to do my best. So the first question somebody sent is, do you and your ex have a prenup? I heard you did. We don't. And you got to keep in mind, we didn't have shit. I mean, nothing. There was nothing of value when we got together. We built everything together. Everything. So I was the behind the scenes. And I think sometimes people feel because they didn't see you like literally on stage that you added nothing, you brought nothing. But a lot of that behind the scenes stuff is super important. And I think the further you get removed from it, like the bigger you get as a personality, I think sometimes it's hard to forget the struggle. But no, we didn't have anything. We didn't have anything we were trying to preserve. However, I'm not opposed to prenups. I know I get into conversations about this all the time. I am not opposed to prenups. I think a couple of things. If my ex was some freak of nature, athlete, or freak of nature, what else could he be? I don't know, something. So regardless of me, he was going to go to the pros or go to the Olympics or whatever, then a prenup probably would have been the right thing to do. But I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of funny comics making $350 a night, $2,500 a week. So it wasn't he didn't have the talent. He didn't have the foundation or the structure. So that's what I provided. So we did not have a prenup, but I do think women should not be so opposed to a prenup because, and I don't think if you are opposed to a prenup, I don't think that means that you are money hungry or you're trying to take somebody's money. But if you do find yourself in that category of dating people for money, I'm going to tell you right now, and listen to what I'm saying to you. If you marry or date for money, that motherfucker is going to make you earn every penny of it. It is so not worth it. It is just not worth it. So if you find somebody you like and they got a lot of shit and they want to protect it or people want them to protect it, sign a prenup. I mean, who cares? I mean, he's still shopping. He's still feeding you. You're still probably living in a nice house. He's still calling you and wanting to do things and take you places. Who cares? Just sign a prenup. I think prenups you guys be having too many conversations about prenups. All right. Do you believe in love of my life? Do you believe in okay, so I think the question is, I don't know what I think this question is. No. Oh, a love of my life. The love of my life. Okay, I got the question. I told you this is a real stupid show with a really stupid host. Okay? Got it. No, I don't. I don't think I do. I think that there can be many loves of your life. I think it depends on where you are because you grow. Like who you are at 18 is not who you're going to be at 48. So I think your needs change, your wants change. And I think that there are just different people that can bring really cool, beautiful things into your life. So I don't know if I think it's just one person that you're going to love forever. Like some people do have that experience, but I think you can have multiple loves of a lifetime. Are you on Twitter? I'm on Twitter, but I don't tweet because honestly, I just don't think I'm interesting enough to do it, to be on Twitter like that. Do you have any dating pet peeves? How a person communicates. If they don't communicate right, that's a pet peeve. Right. If they don't communicate right for me, it's a pet peeve. Why won't you tell us who you are dating? I just said it because there are people, and then there are people I care about, people I want to get to know better, people I want to spend time with, and sometimes I'm just still figuring it out. So I wouldn't even know what to tell you, but I don't want to ruin something before it gets started by oversharing because I think you guys are such haters out there. So I just wouldn't do it. And I think sometimes it's hard for people to see other people happy. So speaking of which, Debra, I am the happiest I have ever been in years. No shade to my ex or anybody else or any other situation. But when I tell you this is the happiest I've been in years, it is the happiest I've been in years. And everybody out there should be happy for me. So, name the celebrities in your DM. Come on now. Why would I do that? I would never, ever name the celebrities or regular people in my DM. Like, what would I get out of that? Some of these people are not single, first of all. So, and it's just not that deep. I do sometimes read the messages, but that's it. I don't even respond. I don't even respond to most of them. Hi, Kenya. I have been dating a guy for 5 months. Everything was going great until this last month. He isn't calling or asking to go out anymore. When he isn't asking or calling to go out anymore. When we do talk, he says everything is fine. So, what should I do? To me, no effort means no interest. I don't know how else to put it. If somebody is not putting forth any effort, I think because they don't have any interest. So, I don't know. I think you should move on. And why 5 months, 6 months? I think that's too early to have those types of problems. Like, I don't know. Cut your losses and become friends. So, I don't know. Move on. That's what I think. So, and he probably is going to be like, fuck that bitch. She don't know me. She don't know what she's talking about. She's going through a divorce herself. I'm just saying, I think you should cut your losses and move on. Okay, I don't want to answer that one. Describe yourself. Describe myself. Okay, I think where I am now, I operate in very, very feminine energy. I'm a nurturer, a caretaker. Peace is really important. I like peace, so I like to be peace to somebody else. What else? I think in terms of dating, which is how I'm answering this question, so I hope that's what you meant. In terms of, I think that I just want to enjoy the person I'm dating, okay? I just want to encourage, be able to pour into. I just want to have fun. So I don't think relationships are easy, but I'm going to say I like it easy. I just want it easy. I'm not doing I don't want to do a lot of extra unnecessary work. So I think that is where I operate from. And I think that's why I'm attracted to very masculine energy. Like, I like to see that in play. I like to see guys handling business, whether they're on the phone or whatever, like, taking care of shit. Like, that is a turn on. I like to see, I'm just attracted to very masculine energy. Like, that doesn't mean he's walking down the street beating up people, but, I just like masculine energy. Let's see. What are your favorite things to do with your boyfriend? Well, I don't have a boyfriend because I haven't gotten my will you be my girlfriend note. And that is important. Without that note, there would never be a boyfriend, okay? What are my favorite things to do? I like game nights, movie nights. I'm super nerdy and mushy, so I don't need like a lot. But my favorite thing is probably a nap. So if I was walking out the door and I said, so what are you about to do? And he says, I'm about to take a nap. Okay. Well, your nap just became my nap, became our nap. Okay. We are napping. So somewhere down my day, I'm going to be 20 minutes late and I'm going to just blame it on traffic. Because if you're napping, I'm napping. Okay. Probably my favorite thing to do. And if you don't want me to be napping, you have to tell me after I leave on the freeway. You can't tell me when I'm down the street from the house. You have to wait until I'm literally on the freeway and you say, oh, I think I'm going to take a nap. By that time, I won't be turning around. But if you say nap, I'm like, oh, you're going to go take a nap? Okay, I can come. Let's see. Prettiest celebrity to me, woman, Issa Rae, hands down. I think just the complexion of her skin, she's just so pretty to me. So that's who I'd be. Hands down. Let's see. What else does she have in here? Anything you would do differently raising kids? Yeah, I would have offered more vegetables and really encouraged them to eat them. Secondly, I didn't do a good job with chores because it was just easier for me to, first of all, they were 18 months apart. It was just easier for me to get it done. So like if they made their bed, I would probably just go behind them and remake it. Or if I said, load the dishwasher, I didn't like how they loaded it, so I would have to reload it. So I think that the chores I was not very good at. And so when they're little, you're a coworker when they're little. You're all working together. But as they get older, I should have been switching into management, okay? I never switched into management. I stayed a coworker. So we all was constantly doing it, or I was doing it instead of, hey, go do this, go do this. Like they had a few chores, but not really. Some of these kids are like raising themselves, and I should have did better. Because my kids are not, and they're still messy. They're better, but they're still messy. Are you in contact? Are you in contact with your ex? No. I will never be in contact with my ex. The only number I need is that to the attorney. In fact, after the divorce, he will have the limited access he does have, he will not have access to me unless he buys Cameo. I'll be on Cameo after the divorce. I wonder how much could I charge on Cameo? Let's just say my price is $19.99. He would have to call and be like, did you ever find my black shirt? He would have to buy the Cameo to ask the question, and then I would respond, no, I never found the black shirt. But no, he would not. Any access he has, he will have to pay for it, either by watching these podcasts on YouTube or whatever other network or whatever they're on, or Cameo. All right, let's see. What do I do to relax? In the summer, I was really in the hot tub. I love my backyard. I was doing that a lot. I like really hot baths, but they have to be followed by a shower because I don't understand how people just take a bath and think they're clean. That's like sitting in dirt and oils and all that. So that's probably what I do. And then I like to do nothing. I'm kind of a homebody. Kind of like to do nothing. I'm not going to answer that. Let's see. Have you ever been turned down by a guy? Yes. Todd Bridges. I was in middle school. I loved Todd Bridges when he was with Gary Coleman and Mr. Drummond. I don't remember the name. But anyways, he came to Oakland, the Paramount Theater. I had like front row seats. His older brother was with him. And the older brother saw me and said, hey, do you want to meet Todd after the show? Do I want to meet Todd? Like my whole room, I had Todd Bridges posters and all that kind of stuff up. So after the show, I went, he was like talking. He wasn't even really doing anything. But I went backstage, me and one of my friends, I was with a friend. And when I say, so you know how, the celebrity comes and they are like looking at people or shaking people's hands or whatever. When I say Todd Bridges has walked past my black butt, I mean, not like a look back or a hi, nothing. Okay. Just walked right past me. Walked to all the white girls, right? So I was highly pissed off. And I went home and I tore all them goddamn posters down. And that was the end of Todd Bridges. But look at God. Look at God. What if I would have ended up with Todd Bridges? Okay? Nothing wrong with Todd Bridges. He's still alive, I think. But Todd Bridges is great. I do think he's still alive. And I'm sure whoever he is with is super duper happy. I'm just thinking Todd Bridges and I would not have been a good match. That's all. So Todd Bridges, high school, I loved Chris Gray. 9th grade. So Chris Gray, I was a freshman at Bishop O'Dowd. Chris Gray was older than me. I think he was 2 years older than me. Maybe even 3. I'm not sure. So I loved Chris Gray from afar. Chris Gray dated, Lene Barber, who I think was the head cheerleader. And if she wasn't, she should have been. Like, they was flipping her up in the air. And I mean, then she'd take 20 steps towards Jesus. I mean, she had a body. She could dance. I mean, she was really pretty. So she was like seriously the complete package. So I understood why he would choose Lene Barber. But I loved Chris Gray. And at the time, my best friends were Michelle Lenore and Monique Lenore. So they're twins. And Monique, out of the 3 of us, was clearly like the nicest of the 3 of us. Like, she was really nice. Michelle and I, But so Michelle went one night with me because I found out where Chris Gray lived. So we sat across the street. He lived in an apartment. We sat across the street from his house, and his room was in the front. And so he had a light on. So, at night in your room, if you have the light on, if you walk past, the person can see your silhouette. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see Chris Gray's silhouette. Okay, we were there for like 2 hours. Never happened. So I decided Monday when I got back to school, I was going to tell Chris Gray, I love you. All right. So Monday comes, he's in the gym. And I walk up, like, we only knew each other, like, oh, hi, bye, like, nothing really. So I told him I had a crush on him. Like, somehow we're next to each other. And I just said, I have a crush on you. So stupid. And then he patted the top of my head like a dog, like, oh, good dog, good dog. And said, oh, you're like my little sister, right? I was so crushed, but I just walked out the gym. Oh, yeah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, so that was over. Years later, like after college, I ran into Chris Gray. I really remembered him, obviously, because his back was turned, and then I kind of saw his profile, picked like a profile of him. So I walked up to him, I said, Chris Gray? And he was like, yes. And I said, oh, I'm Kenya Duke. We went to school together at Bishop O'Dowd. And so when I said Bishop O'Dowd, he got a little more like open, open, friendly. And I said, I don't know if you remember this, but I told you once that I had the biggest crush on you, but at the time you were dating Lene, right? So we laughed about it, kind of talked about it a little bit. And then I had to go. So he said, well, why don't you give me my number and we'll connect? I was like, no. You have to like me when I like you, okay? And I have carried that throughout. Right now when I'm dating, you better like me when I like you. Okay, because we ain't going back. We ain't going back because my feelings are hurt if I've ever liked you and you didn't like me. So, yes, I have been dumped or not liked by guys that I like. I mean, isn't that normal? Okay, so let me see. I think I'm at the end. Let's see. Where are you meeting guys? Well, like I said, right now I'm still in DMs, through friends, through Facebook. But if I were actively looking for a guy, so I like to flip houses, I would go to like Home Depot, a Lowe's, a lumber yard, and I'm looking for the guy that has a cart full of lumber, okay? Whether they're 2x8s, sheets of wood, whatever. Not the guy that has like one little stick of wood or one little sheet of drywall or one little sheet of lumber. I don't want that because I want somebody that has a cart full so I'll know, okay, he can build some shit. This other one over here is just going to repair a few things, okay? So that is probably where I would be, like a lumber yard someplace or an electric distributor, but I don't know, if you're very Christian, like, church, maybe you go to church or you join a church group. If, you are a wine enthusiast, maybe you are hanging out in Napa at some of these wine events. So I think you just got to figure out what is your interest and you just follow it that way. If you're a gold digger, I would go to the Palace and get yourself a cheap glass of $40 wine and try to make it last as long as you can because it was nothing but money at the Palace Hotel in the bar. Let's see. Okay, I think we're just okay. Two more. My sex number. My sex number really is 7. So my ex did not lie about that when we were talking about it on the TV show, or if he may have even talked about it on stage. It really is 7. However, I think 2 of those should not have to count because they were trash. But it was trash because of me, not because of the guy. I just wasn't into it. So my number should really be 5, but I'm going to say 7 because I want to be telling the truth. And let me see. So my first baby daddy was long-time relationship and my first. So that was like whatever at 18. And then, okay, so I had 2.5 years between my first baby daddy and the ex. Wait a minute. That would mean I have 5 guys in 2.5 years. So let's just say it was 3 years I was single. Let's just say Emilio was 6. That's still a lot. That's still a lot of guys. So maybe my ex saved me from being the whore I was going to be. But 5 guys, 2.5 years, or 5 guys in 3 years, that is a lot of different energy. Wow. All right. So, okay. So anyways, my number really though should be 5. So it really should be 3 guys in 3 years. Have you ever been embarrassed on a date? Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me tell you. I was on we were like a day road trip. We were going into Carmel. He wanted to look at a house. So we were driving and I had to pee so badly. So badly. We are in this car that never in life, in 4 lives, I would ever be able to afford. Like, never. The car, he's a car guy. The car is his baby. It's one of his babies. So I have to pee. I'm like, listen, I held it as long as I could. We got to stop. I don't care where we stop. We have to stop. So the first time he said, why don't we pull off here? And I was like, it's too many different type of leaves. And I don't know which ones are, okay for vaginas. It was a lot going on. So no, I don't want to stop there. So we go a little further and then it's kind of like clear. It's some leaves or bushes or whatever, but it's kind of clear. So he has like a Gatorade thing. A bigger one, like maybe a gallon. I don't know what the sizes are, but the top of it was bigger. It wasn't a teeny tiny top. So he said, just pour the Gatorade out and pee in this, right? So I was like, okay, all right. So I get out of the car and I'm like squatting down. I have to pee so bad. I don't even care. Like, I don't care who's watching. Like, his mother could have been in a car and she could have watched me pee. So I'm squatting down. I think I'm peeing in this Gatorade container, jar, bottle, whatever. And then he says, "Are you peeing in the bottle?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm peeing in the bottle." He said, "No, I don't think you are." And I was like, "It's my vagina. I know I'm peeing in this bottle, okay?" But then I started to feel a little warmth, and I'm like, I'm not peeing in the bottle. He was like, no, you're not peeing in a bottle. And I was like, fuck. Okay, so at that point, I didn't really pee on my clothing. But, and what I realized is, I think I am one with my vagina, but obviously I don't know where the pee comes out because that container was totally at the wrong hole. Okay, so that was one. And so anyways, he had like water in his car, so I had to wash my hands. And it was just really, though, kind of gross. And another time is I was in a bar. And sometimes when I'm saying bar, they're lounges, but whatever. And I was with a group of girls. A guy walked in with a group of guys. And I really thought I looked really cute. I had this really beautiful red colored sweatshirt on. I had some these really cute Gucci tennis shoes and these shorts, and then had whatever. I thought it was really I really thought about my outfit, okay? And it just worked out. So we are in the bar. We end up together. And my sweatshirt has a French word. Merde? M-E-R-D-E. Okay. So I thought it meant
Merde.
What is it?
Merde.
Med. Okay, so Brian just got in my ear and told me it's med, right? Say it, Brian.
Merde. Merde.
Merde.
Yeah, that's closer.
Okay. So it's wrong, but closer. That's what he just said. So I thought it meant something really, beautiful, real, sexy, So I ended up talking. We somehow our groups came together, like probably within an hour, and then like he and I are just talking, and we end up talking. We're like the last one, so we end up talking, and so he does speak French, like fluent French. He's a black guy, and he speaks other languages too, but he does speak fluent French. He said, So I said to him, I said, what made you come up to me? Because as soon as he walked in, I saw him see me. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay. We ended up talking. He said, I was wondering why such a pretty girl would be wearing a sweatshirt that said shit. Only me. Only things like that can happen to me. Okay. So I haven't worn the sweatshirt again, but yes, so that's what it was. Those were, I think, probably my most embarrassing time. So I want you guys to know I go through the same things you guys are going through. I like guys that don't like me. I have things that I do that are embarrassing. Like when I'm in Uggs, I'm probably going to fall at some point. Like I just trip over Uggs. Like it's nothing real pretty about it, but I go through the same things that you guys are going through. You know what I mean? I am having a good time, and I do think that I have met some of the nicest guys ever. And I think I think all of us will always, always, always be friends. And I've been fortunate in that I've met really good guys that I have the ability to date too. But I'm going through the same things you guys are going through. So with that, the questions are my favorite part, but I do want to get to where you guys are asking me questions about your own lives. Like, I don't know if I have anything left to share. I mean, at that point, you guys know it all. I mean, I don't think there's anything left you guys can ask me that you really don't already know if you listened to any of these podcasts. But I love y'all, for real, for real. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Truly Kenya podcast. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments, your DMs, because you could be anywhere and you're choosing to be right here with me on this shit show. So for real, I love y'all. You know it when I say it. All right. Have a nice one. See you soon.